Hey everybody, you are watching Cadroll Hunter. Today I want to talk about fostering an interest in coin and banknote collecting with children. Particularly what I'm doing is putting together some gift sets for my niece and nephews that I hope they find interesting. By the time you watch this video, it's going to be after Christmas. It is right about the time I'm going to visit family. So we'll talk about what I'm putting together for them and how I hope it's going to foster that interest. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is James and you're watching my channel Cadroll Hunter. Most of you watching got an interest in coin or banknote collecting young in life, early on in life. Oftentimes it was a friend or a family member, it could have been an uncle, it could have been a grandfather who had an interest and passed that along, possibly spending some time with us, showing us their collection, getting us interested. For me, it was my Uncle John. Anytime I went to visit him, we would look through his coin collection. He would show me his newest acquisitions. I was fascinated, and I was quite young. I would have been 4, 5, 6 when we started having these visits, and I loved it. When I was a kid growing up, my aunts and uncles would get me silver dollars for Christmas, things like that. So I always had an interest from a young age. Many of you now, like me, are getting up there in years, and we've been collecting for some time now. And we have young kids in our lives who we're hoping might be interested in coins. So I'll tell you what I'm doing today. You can see I've separated out all sorts of pennies and nickels, and I've got some other things here. And my sister, who lives in the National Capital Region, has 3 kids who are interested already in coins. Now, my situation might be a little bit different than some of you because I have a YouTube channel and they know about it and they're actually quite interested. It's been really neat to visit and to see them interested in coins. A couple of years ago, we took a visit to the Royal Canadian Mint and they loved it. I've actually got a video on my channel. I'll put a link up top here to that video. You can meet my niece and nephews and you can see the visit that we had. Other visits that I've made, we've done things like gone through their piggy bank. We've looked at the coins they have in their own quote-unquote collection. But this Christmas, I thought I would do something special. You'll see I've got some Whitman folders. These are things that I bought, some collections, and I've emptied them all out. I've done some videos on them. You might have seen them. And what I'm doing today is putting together a Christmas gift for each of my niece and 2 nephews, for each of the 3 of them. So what I've got here are 3 nickel albums, 3 small cent albums, and then I've taken an assortment of pennies and nickels through the years that will mostly fill up these albums. I'm not going to fill the album up for them. That's going to be their job. But there's a little twist to this. I'm going to mix these all up and put them in these bags here so that they'll have to do this old school like we might have done when we were a kid. Is look through your collection, see what you have, pick out the best one, put it in your album, and then trade with someone else who got something that you didn't have. So in this case, they might be missing some years but have duplicates in others. So I really want to have the exercise of them going through and assessing which is the one they want to keep, and then negotiating a trade with their sibling. Trading is how I've been able to acquire a lot of things in my collection, filling holes in my collection and filling holes in someone else's at the same time. So I've already filled up in these baggies some coins aside from the nickels and the pennies. What I've already got in here, I've got a 1967 silver dime and a 1967 silver quarter in each of them. So they're going to get some old silver. I've put in a couple of old US cents, something from the teens and something from the 30s, so they'll each get something like that, but I tried to pick different dates. Each of them has a US V nickel, each of them has a US Buffalo nickel, as well as each of them has a couple of Canadian large cents. One of them is going to be Queen Victoria and one is going to be King George V. Those are coins that are probably not going to see very often, so that's really cool. I'm also going to give them some banknotes. So I've acquired a bunch of banknotes in the last little while, and I just don't need to keep them all. I would love to pass on some of this collection to my niece and nephews. Okay, here's the rest of the stuff. They're each going to get a binder with some of these 2x2 pages, some 2x2 flips in various sizes, as well as some sheets for banknotes. So we'll call this a bit of a coin collecting and banknote collecting starter pack. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this is going to go over really well, and that they are still interested in this. My sister told me a funny story. She said it's very hard these days to go shopping with the kids because anytime she wants to spend money, the kids want to look at it first. And they'll say, "Oh no, mommy, you can't spend that one. That one's special. Oh, I think Uncle James would like that one." So I think they've already developed an interest, and I'm really hoping that I can foster that. These are this is a starter pack. These are mostly circulated coins. I have some more uncirculated things, and maybe I can trade with them in the future if they want to upgrade their collection. There are some dates that are missing in here, some of the key dates that I actually just don't have spares of. But I'm more than happy to share my excess with the kids. Let me know what you think of this idea, and if you've done anything like this with your kids, grandkids, nieces or nephews, and tell me how it went. Have you tried to pass on your love of coins to the children in your family, like I'm trying to do with the kids in mine? So I thought I'd give you a little bit of a glimpse of what I've put together for each of the kids. There are 3 of them, and I've given each of them a personalized binder with some kind of coin and banknote related images here. So this one, of course, is for Emma. And on the inside, I've just put in, each of them got a bunch of these coin pages here for 2x2 flips. These are just extras that I had from my collection. And then at the back, a little bit further on, we've got some banknote pages as well. So each of them gets their own personalized one. And in the little pocket here, I've got some banknotes. So you already saw the little bag with all of the coins. I'll talk about that in a second. But we've got a $2 bill. That's an uncirculated $2 bill. Each of them gets 2 sequential uncirculated $1 bills. These are things I got for the most part from bank purchases, typically at face value, which is a great bargain. A 1986 $2 bill. Then we get a little bit older. We've got a 1967 serialized $1 bill, and then one with the 1867 and 1967. So these are some paper money that these children have probably never seen. And here's something a little different. Each of them gets a 100 shilling from a trip that my wife and I took to Kenya. And then the oldie in the bunch is this shin plaster from 1923. So I'll put those all in the pocket here, along with a Cadroll Hunter channel sticker that I think they'll enjoy as well. And then in the pouch here are a whole bunch of the nickels and pennies that are going to fill these Whitman folders that are empty now. So they have a lot of the years in here. None of the key dates, because I just don't have spares of the key dates. They're expensive and really hard to come by. But a lot of the old stuff. And I think they'll be thrilled to get some really old things from the 20s and 30s. That's really, really cool. I mean, I hope they find it cool. And then I've given them each an assortment of 2x2 flips, all the different sizes. So penny dime, we've got nickel, quarter, loonie, toonie, silver dollar, and then of course in here we've got all of the nickels, the pennies. I've got some silver quarters. There's a Bobcat from 67. I think I've got a 50% silver 1968, and each of them is going to get one from the teens or the 20s. King George V, which is really old silver, probably something that I've got in a junk or scrap silver purchase, because you can't just find those coin roll hunting. But an assortment of other things here too. I've got some V nickels, Liberty V nickels, some dateless buffaloes, just some really old cool stuff. Some coins from a few different countries. I've got Japan in there. I've got Mexico in there. I've got some really old British pennies. So I think all together, this is going to be a interesting and cool starter pack for their collection. And so anyway, let me know what you think, if this is the kind of thing that you think might be interesting to kids in your own family. I did a little video, an unlisted video on my channel or a private video introducing this to them, and they thought it was really cool. So at the time of me filming this piece, they're going to be opening these up tomorrow. It's a little bit after Christmas, and we're going to have that exchange where they trade back and forth to fill their sets up. So just a little glimpse into what we got for them. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to share this little adventure with you, and I'll certainly give you an update in the future as to how it goes. I'm hopeful that they find this really cool. Now I've just got to find a few other things to add to these gift bags here. See if I can find some odds and ends and some interesting things that are a little off the wall that they can flip up and put in here, because they won't go in there.
United States of America. 1917.
You're 1942, non-tomback.
Good.
Wait, I just have to see.
1936.
Who
needs the 1936?
1936. Oh, I do. Oh, I finished a whole section of this. Oh no.
1932.
Oh my gosh, it's Uncle James.
Does anybody need a 1932?
1932.
You
Not me.
You do.
I does.
You do.
Does anybody need a 1938?
Wait, let me check. I do.
I don't.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, Cadroll Hunter, just hit that subscribe button. I would love it. Give the video a like. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next time. The sponsors of today's video are Lighthouse Canada and the Charlton Press. Lighthouse Canada is the leading supplier of high-quality numismatic supplies in Canada, and the Charlton Press is the leading publisher of coin and paper money catalogs and price guides for Canadian collectors. Go check out their online stores today and use the exclusive discount code CRH20 for 20% off all your purchases.